how I like my liquids delivered to me as well. Soaked in a handkerchief and then dunked in my mouth. Welcome back to Missing the Mark. I am your host, Mark. I'm going to mispronounce it. Aaron Arim, thank you for your suggestion of Tarzan the Fearless. That's what I'm going to be watching today. Temp Stitch also left a comment asking if I've ever seen Oscar. It is on my list. I don't really know anything about it. I'm planning to watch that one eventually. Temp Stitch, if you're watching this, I will get to Oscar when I can get to it. It's not really streaming anywhere, so I'm gonna have to buy the DVD or something. I don't illegally download anything really. It's just not how I do things. So I'll buy a DVD, find a DVD player. I'll figure out a way to watch it eventually. It's coming. For now, I'm watching Tarzan the Fearless. This movie is old. It's 1933, I think it was. Starring Buster Crabbe. What a name. I actually think I may have heard the name Buster Crabbe before. I mostly just remember the last name Crabbe. So, and also the first name Buster does seem very 1930s. I'm thinking this is a love story / King Kong kind of movie, except that it's not King Kong, but just sort of that curiosity in the mysterious jungle sort of thing. This is the oldest movie I have ever seen. This is pretty much the oldest movie I've ever seen. Let's hop to it. Oh yeah. We got that 100p resolution. 100p resolution. It's an old one. The worldwide popularity of Tarzan's stories prompted the author to tell, now for the first time, a new story of the ape man's strangest and most romantic adventures. So yeah, I was right. A little romance. Okay, so the Tarzan screaming starts pretty early in the myth. I don't know how old the myth is or where it originates. I'm thinking this is Buster Crabbe himself as Tarzan. It's interesting to think that somebody really did these things and because it was the 1930s, did they even have a harness on? Probably not. I wonder if this was a scandalous movie for its day, because I saw a quarter of his butt cheeks there. Spanking a monkey. Soundtrack is pretty good so far. It's a little bit of that swing music feel to it. Deer caught in a trap. I'm not sure if this is a silent film. It might be, where they just dub in all the sounds. Oh, so he can talk to monkeys. Okay. Oh, he's fighting the lion now. That's acting that takes some guts. I mean, they would just CGI it today, but it's got a knife. Huh. I guess back in the day, you just had well-trained animals and hoped for the best. I'm wondering how the jungle people and the deer will play into this. I guess the lion came because of the deer. Oh, it's the jungle people were trapping the deer. Tarzan is friend to the jungle animals, and he saved the deer from the lion. I think that's what happened.
Nothing could be worse than waiting at Durango for news of Dad.
I could have handled the search for him.
I know, Bob. To be left alone at Durango. Oh, I'd go mad.
I mean, goodness gracious. Those underwear, not leaving a lot to the imagination. Who is this guy? How do they know each other? Oh, so that's her dad who went missing. So he went on a trek into the jungle. He found Tarzan and decided to stay longer to study. Everybody got worried about him.
You take letter to my daughter.
I don't know if these are like normal characters people know from the Tarzan story. I just know of Tarzan himself. Jungle Man swings through the trees. That's the extent of it.
Hey, Abdul!
Abdul. It's funny to hear old-timey pronunciations like that.
When do we ditch this bunch and start looking for that lost emerald mine?
I wonder if they're really speaking Swahili.
They say this Tarzan country. Wild white men live around here.
I've seen George of the Jungle, the white ape.
Anyway, we better camp here for tonight.
Anga.
This guy's name's Unga. That can't be a real name, right? Like Unga Bunga. I'm probably just like, I'm the one being offensive here by assuming that's a joke. It's like a super common name. Hey, we're all ignorant about some stuff. Oh my goodness. And a topless lady, I mean, from the back, but still. I'm telling you, this is a scandalous movie. Somehow that crocodile looks like rubber. But I feel like it can't be a rubber crocodile. It would have to be a real one. Our rubber crocodiles have only gotten realistic looking in the last like 10 years. And even then, they're a little sketchy. I think those are alligators, actually. The snout looks more alligatory to me. Jumping from that high into the water, these are amazing stunts. How is she swimming but not moving? I am confused by that. She's swimming against the current, I guess. Is this a real trained crocodile? That's probably a rubber one, right? Surely. And they're cutting to real I don't know. I don't know how they did this. I'm always amazed at how they do movies. And like, even back in the 1930s, the things they were able to do is shocking.
Where did that scream come from? I'm Mary Brooks. I know, you fool, but where is she?
That's like something from the movie Airplane. Where did that come from? Mary Brooks. That's not what he's asking. Okay, so she's not naked. She's got some undies on.
Are you Tarzan?
That look on her face. Tarzan, I didn't really expect him to speak like English, but does he just not have any words or anything that he makes? Can he even speak like monkey sounds?
Come into town. Maybe Abdul can speak your
Abdul.
language.
There it is again. It's not Abdul, it's Abdul. Of course, for all I know, Abdul is just as wrong, if not more wrong.
Who was that?
It was Tarzan.
It's not Tarzan. Tarzan. Tarzan.
Your father's directions are very clear. By sundown tomorrow, he'll be safe with us.
The directions are take a left at one tree and a right at the next.
How would you like to collide with 10,000 pounds?
If this guy Tarzan knows where there's
Tarzan.
that much gold, why don't he buy himself a pair of pants?
Why would Tarzan know where treasure is? Maybe he was shipwrecked or something, got lost as a young child, along with a treasure? think there were some ropes or something on the vines. Still, that's impressive. Could he not see Tarzan and he thinks she's going crazy? Or nah, I think he did see Tarzan. I don't know. No need to shoot him.
You're Tarzan?
Tarzan. Yep.
Huh. Does this mean anything to you?
Accordingly, I am instructed to offer the sum of 10,000 for conclusive evidence duly attested of the death of Tarzan. So that's why he was shooting him.
Huh. Wait, I want to talk to you.
Jeff, what was it?
Oh, I thought it was Tarzan. But I guess I was mistaken.
So Tarzan saved his life from the lion. He is thankful and was like, well, I will not kill Tarzan now. Good man. Kind of crappy that you were going to kill him before. Of course, they probably think he's some dangerous menace. So,
From your father's description, this must be the hut.
Oh, Dad,
There's
show us
quite the hut he built.
His father's hut.
Maybe he found it.
Here's a clue. Your father's writing. There's something about a temple and a treasure chamber. Look, here's a map showing the way.
Why do they act so sneaky about it?
Hey, that's better than getting Tarzan, ain't it? Your grammar is villainous.
Villainous grammar. Seriously, why are they being so secret? If it's a good sum of treasure, they could all split it, right? Like, you don't have to be evil to find treasure. That's the most villainous thing I've ever seen in my life. And I can't explain why. Is he going to take the map? Tarzan is helping. Oh, Bob is helping. Good job, Bob. This'll be no prob. Whoopsie. Did he just kill someone? Oh, okay. She's not dead. There's no way she's dead. Yeah, shake her. That'll work. Thinking of Roger from American Dad.
That's a little trick I learned to quiet newborns when I worked in the maternity ward.
Well, where in the world did you come from?
The jungle, right? That's always where he comes from. Always.
Harry!
Oh.
Don't, Bob. This is Tarzan.
He's like, strange guy holding a lady. This calls for a gun. How many more situations are going to call for a gun before the movie's over? At least a couple more. At least a couple more. Old-timey movies, people just pulled their guns for no reason whatsoever.
I must apologize for Nick. He has such taking ways.
He has such taking ways. I'm going to say that if I ever steal something, I'm just going to be like, hey, I've got such taking ways.
Here's the map that Dad used, and it may lead us through.
Watch for my signal.
You know someone's a bad guy when they come up behind somebody and they're just like hanging gently off their shoulders and speaking softly. Watch for my signal. A prisoner in the room of the god? I don't know. I read slowly. If it's real handwriting, it's extra slow reading time for me. Uh-oh. These spies are everywhere. The wedgie he just constantly has during this movie cracks me up.
Here is the white pearl I promised, Master.
This guy is the most villainy looking villain I've ever seen. Oh. So far, Tarzan has only used the knife on the lion. And I'm wondering if this is like a pacifist movie, almost like an animal rightsy pacifist kind of movie, because he saved that deer and then he's not using his knife to hurt anybody unless they were going to kill somebody else, the lion. Those are in the room of the god. I got as far as I did last time. Oh well. Shake her harder. Oh, okay. Gently stroke her hair. That'll work. So he's a hand man. Not too many of those. To each their own. Oh, okay. Just gonna smack him right then and there.
Oh, I was a fool to leave you alone with him.
He stole that map.
Can't decide. Is Tarzan going to save another being from a lion? Or is the lion going to eat this guy because he's the bad guy, so it's okay? Looks like we're going that route.
Here's your map, Bob.
That's one of my least favorite tropes in movies, when they're like, killing is bad. But then they have the bad guy get killed as punishment, essentially, and they get killed by some animal, storm, accident, something conveniently kills them so that the good guys don't have to. Because it's like the moral is still, they're a bad guy who deserved death, and we're happy that they're dead. It doesn't work when the whole message of the movie is, don't kill. And I do get that feeling from this movie. I get the feeling that they are going for some sort of pacifist message, which is really interesting.
That's mine.
That. Mine.
Yikes, Tarzan. I have a feeling that scene was just as hilarious for the original viewers of this as it was for me right there. The unexpected, like, whoa, Tarzan.
Your people evidently mistook me for an enemy. You are an enemy.
Oh.
We're seeking the treasure of Zar. Prepare him for sacrifice.
People are not good shots in this movie. Although, again, that could be playing into the theme of killing innocents is wrong, and they can't have the good guys do that. Of course, these aren't exactly the good guys, are they? That's... does seem a little morally ambiguous, which is kind of strange for my understanding of a movie from this era.
It's quiet.
Right. Much too quiet.
Okay, Peppy.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Watch out, Fox!
Appease the wrath of Zar with a sacrifice most pleasing in his sight.
A sacrifice?
Zar.
Dar? Well, that's where my father is.
It seems like he's been alone this whole time. And I'm just wondering why, when there are other humans around. Lions are getting in now. Oh, or not. All I can think of is that guy. It's going to be super difficult for Tarzan to escape from this. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Wait. I promised no one would touch those embers. I promised nothing.
Think of the Indiana Jones traps.
Tarzan, my daughter Mary, can you take me to her? So this is where you've been held a prisoner.
Not a prisoner, Jeff.
You thought you loved Bob. Then Tarzan. You can learn to love me.
That just came out of nowhere for me. I was
Promise to marry me when
not
we reach
picking
the
up
coast,
on
or
those
I'll collect
signals.
that 10,000 pounds.
No, I won't.
There's a gun again. Knew it.
No, Jeff, no. You're right, but give me time. I've given you my word, Jeff. I'll keep it.
I'll see that you do.
Okay. I mean, the guy did have one good point. She thinks she's in love with Tarzan. First that other guy, now Tarzan. Like, she's known Tarzan for a day?
Close the jungle. Capture all aliens.
It's funny because we think of the word aliens as meaning like extraterrestrials these days. But I guess back then it just meant foreigner, right? Well, I don't know. When did stories of extraterrestrials really take hold?
Jungle radio. Broadcast messages for hundreds of miles.
Do I have to mute that out? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's offensive. Like, offensive enough that I have to mute it? I don't know. I guess it's up to me if I want to mute stuff or not. Oh, there we go. Yum. That's how I like my liquids delivered to me as well. Soaked in a handkerchief and then dunked in my mouth. Okay, Tarzan.
No, go.
But Tarzan. But
Tarzan was gonna smack her if she didn't lay down, huh?
You caused all this trouble by stealing that emerald.
I'm sorry I only had time to take one.
I thought Mustache Guy had a change of heart when Tarzan saved him from the lion, and I thought he was gonna be like a good guy or something. He doesn't look like he's into it. Tarzan got his knife out. He about to prove my theory wrong. It looks like he's about to murder some people. We'll see. My pacifist theory may have been wrong. If you've been knocked out that long, you've got some serious brain damage. Medical expert here. Ah, yeah, okay. Very nice. Just like a video game, you need to heal, drink a little water, maybe get a little snack.
Unger, see if you can round up some of the bearers. We're leaving as soon as we can.
Unga. His name is really Unga.
Lots of horrible things have happened, Daddy.
Yeah, Dad.
But
But I mean, they clearly like edited that, so there was more to her line. They just decided to edit it where she said, "But."
surely you don't want a wife who doesn't love you?
It's enough that I love you.
Do you though? Do you?
I hold you to your promise.
What promise?
To save Tarzan, I promised to marry Jeff.
Yeah, that might be the most deserved punch in all of moviedom. Like, dang, dude. Blackmailed a woman
All
into
right.
marrying you
I'll go.
by threatening someone she loves. Ah, yeah. The milk helped you. Aw, and a little smooch, too. If this movie was just the chimpanzee, I would still watch it. Absolutely. No question. Turning the ruby, huh?
You will not escape again.
Others will come just the same.
No one but you knows the way to the temple.
But there's a map that shows the way. We'll exchange it for our freedom.
There you go.
Very well.
Oh, he's bleeding. Uh-oh. Did he? I thought he just died for some reason. Okay. He's alive. Gun got pulled again. What, did he really shoot Tarzan? Tricky Tarzan. Seems to understand what guns are. Always double tap. Yep. What are they going to be like? See, Mary, I told you Tarzan's no better than an animal. If I was these two guys, I'd shoot Jeff a second time.
He's not dead, Bob.
I don't know why I'm so bloodthirsty.
Here I am, Jeff.
I was wrong, Mary.
Well, maybe he is a morally gray villain after all. Not very morally gray, but he apologized, so therefore he's a good guy, right? I think that's how it works. Horace Graves.
I understand you.
Passing on the mission to Mary. Now Mary has to kill Tarzan.
Tarzan's heir to a large estate in England. There was 10,000 pounds in it for clearing the title.
I remember this tree.
Yeah, you remember the tree? Plot holes in my movie.
There! That's the cave!
Not even a plot hole, that's a plot contrivance. Tarzan has moved on, huh? Decided to marry the chimpanzee.
Oh, Daddy. What are we going to do?
Probably leave the jungle now. Maybe marry this guy? He seems plenty nice. And I think you were interested in him at one point.
You've been a great friend, Bob. And always will be.
I understand. But I'm going to keep on hoping, Mary.
No, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. She seems very nice, but a bit unstable. She fell in love with a jungle man she can't talk to, who threatened to backhand her within 12 hours of knowing her. For your own sake, Bob, move on.
Tarzan!
I just wish he was laying on a bare rug by the fire.
You're not
That
hurt.
pose was perfect.
Nilu.
No, Tarzan. It's a chimpanzee.
He's gonna backhand you, lady. What, no kiss? Gosh, dingleberries. They ended it with no kiss. Just finished watching Tarzan the Fearless, 1933 movie. It was surprisingly good. There was actually like a halfway decent plot in there, which I really was not expecting much in the way of plot. And even the acting, the actress had some like tears at one point, which maybe they just like threw some water in her face. But I don't know. It was actually, for a 1933 movie, I was pretty impressed with it. The special effects were good. Everything I'm saying like can't really be separated from the fact that this movie was made in 1933. That changes everything. It was trying to be pacifist kind of movie, which I did not expect that in the slightest. Definitely some stuff that dates it. That's putting it as politely as I can. Just, calling them savages, nearly slapping Mary for no reason whatsoever. Oh boy. There were a few things here and there that were just like, whoa, yeah, we don't do that anymore. It's an hour and a half, and I feel like it was maybe 10 minutes too long. A lot of older movies are super slow, and they just sort of plod along at this really slow pace, which I'm okay with slower movies. This one, for the most part, there wasn't a ton of extra stuff that you could trim out. It was pretty decent. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would I give this one? 5 is like lower end of average, 6 is higher end of average. Keep that in mind. The average movie gets a 5 or a 6, right? By today's standards, entertainment value, I'd still give it a 6. It's the better end of average. Seriously, that's a more cohesive plot than 9 out of 10 movies that come out these days. Chimpanzee was definitely the star of the show for me. That's the oldest movie I've ever seen as far as I know. And I've seen some silent films, but not like all the way through, just like pieces. As far as I know, this is the oldest thing I've ever seen. Thank you to, I'm butchering the name here, I'm quite sure, which is ridiculous after I was making fun of characters in this movie for butchering pronunciation of names. But, thank you to Aaron for suggesting this movie to me. Appreciate it, Aaron. It was a good one. You all have a good afternoon, evening, and night. See you around. Dunked in my mouth.